Ladies and gentlemen, we start this off with highlights from just 24 hours ago at the small gym that Jon Moxley requested. The finals for the World Heavyweight Championship would go down in. Moxley returning to true form, donning the Friday the 13th mask, letting the local crowd know that he means business. But his opponent was no slouch, as you know. The ring general Gunther looked in tremendous shape. Heyman said he would come in leaner, faster, stronger, and boy did he ever. This is the first time ever the World Heavyweight Championship would be on the line outside of TWFC via special request from Jon Moxley, accepted by the ring general. And ladies and gentlemen, the results were surprising. Gunther came ready. He was absolutely demolishing Jon Moxley all over the ring. Look at this monstrous chop right here. These are just some of the highlights to the outside of the ring, right on the hardest part, the corner of the outside of the ring. Gunther was all over Moxley. As soon as Moxley got a leg up, Gunther would shut him right down. The home crowd was not too happy about this, but as we said, the ring general absolutely dominated. But it's not this submission right here, the bear hug, that would be the cause of concern. It's what would come after, about 5 minutes after precisely. After total domination, Gunther would go to the top and a power bomb would break through the canvas. The ring floor broke. The referee in charge had no choice but to call the end of the match. And Gunther would walk away with the World Heavyweight Championship as staff would tend to Moxley. What a crazy outcome, but look what happened earlier tonight.
We've got a slight problem, Gunther. You never actually pinned or submitted Moxley.
Let's be real here, Rick. Moxley didn't even put up a realistic fight. He got what he wanted, a ran-down gym full of hardcore fans, and he got crushed. Who's to say he even wants to face Gunther again after that? It's time we move on and accept the fact that Jon Moxley just isn't...
I'll give Moxley a rematch. If he wishes to be beaten yet again, then so be it.
I've got great news, John. They're saying because you weren't pinned or submitted that you still have the right to challenge Gunther, which means you can still become World Heavyweight Champion.
Did you see the match, Brian? He absolutely manhandled me in my own environment. It might be time to man up and face facts. Gunther really is just that much better than...
Don't you dare say it. You are Jon fucking Moxley, the pound-for-pound toughest man I've ever been in the ring with. If anybody's going to be able to stand up to Gunther, it's you. We can train together like old times and get you 100% ready for this rematch. You're not a quitter, Jon. Let's do this.
Give me time to think.
Take your time, but remember who you are. The Jon Moxley I know would never give up or back down from a fight.
Well, we'll see how that plays out tonight. But it was just 2 weeks ago during the Grand Prix tournament when TWFC champion Evan Bourne and Hangman Adam Page were having a great back and forth match during the first round. When Evan Bourne would walk away and that would declare Hangman the winner, but Evan Bourne would attack him from behind and go right after that injured knee.
I've missed too much time due to injury to let that attack by Evan Bourne stop me now. My knee is shot, but I'm taking my chance. I'm going for the big one. I believe Evan walked away, then attacked me because he could feel that I was beating him. So at In Your House, I'm putting my health aside and challenging you, Evan, for the TWFC Championship.
You are just like everyone else around here that's dreamed of being in the position that I earned, and I've beaten them all. Because this is my era, the Evan era. And this TWFC Championship means I am the best of the best.
I'm glad you feel that way, Evan, because I told you cheating would yield consequences. And after In Your House, the two brands will go into effect. And the TWFC Championship just so happens to be on my brand. So not only will you face Hangman at In Your House, but you'll do it in a Texas death match. And if anyone interferes on your behalf, I'll strip you of that title. We're about to see if you deserve that championship or not.
Well, a huge matchup announced for our next pay-per-view. TWFC presents In Your House. That is going to be an extreme matchup. But speaking of In Your House, Earlier today, Cody Rhodes was doing an interview when FTR would approach, mad at Cody Rhodes for challenging for their tag titles. Cody Rhodes had no idea what they were talking about when FTR presented the contract. Cody seemed confused, but later on we would find out exactly what happened.
What are you doing, John?
I'm catching up with everyone I haven't seen in a while. Why?
No, I mean, what are you doing signing us up for a tag team title match the same night we're supposed to have our one-on-one match?
Oh, well, I meant what I said about using the next few months to have that one final run. Our match is still on, but why not double down and go for it all? People have claimed I'm not a real professional wrestler for years. What better way to prove them wrong than to have 2 matches at this next premium live event? And our match is still fair because we would have both already wrestled once. We might even have some gold by the time our one-on-one match starts. Unless you don't think you can pull double duty?
No, it's fine. Let's do it.
All right, partner. Opponent. Let's make history.
2 huge matches announced for In Your House, but let's look at the Grand Prix tournament. It was the underdog, Kyle O'Reilly, going on what people are calling the run of the century here in TWFC. O'Reilly says he's waited for an opportunity like this forever. Meanwhile, Eddie Kingston feels like he's been overlooked for so long, and he started racking up wins in this tournament, advancing to the Final Four. Kyle O'Reilly and Eddie Kingston both went through numerous opponents to make it all the way to the Grand Prix finals. And it's not just about the wins that each one of them racked up. The IWGP title will be formed into the new international title, and it's also about who could bounce back from a loss, as this was a double elimination tournament. Kyle O'Reilly would lose to Moxley, who would go on to the World Championship finals, as Eddie Kingston would lose to the now World Champion Gunther, who would move on to the finals. This is going to be a hell of a final match.
Hey, Kyle. I wanted to say man-to-man congratulations on having this huge underdog run, but I've been counted out from day one, and winning this international championship means more to me than anything. You seem like a cool, hard-working guy and all, but you need to know I'm willing to go as far as I need to go to ensure that it's me who walks out of this match with the title. And if that means hurting you bad, then so be it.
I appreciate the honesty, Eddie, but you should know that I've worked hard for years for an opportunity like this, and it all means nothing if I fail at the last minute. And I'm not so sure you've been counted out or overlooked as much as you've just not taken your career as seriously as some of us. You've had chances. This is my one and only shot. So just like you said, I'm willing to go as far as I have to if it means getting my hand raised. I guess we'll just have to see who wants it more.
Yeah, I guess we will.
Ladies and gentlemen, just 24 hours ago, Gunther walked into Jon Moxley's environment and made an example out of him. And as the new World Heavyweight Champion, Gunther would like to know his next opponent, as it's been made clear by his silence tonight that Jon Moxley has no interest in a rematch against the Ring General.
Wait a minute, Moxley's here, and he hits the Death Rider. He's laid out the World Heavyweight Champion, Gunther. Is he?
Consider this me triggering my rematch clause.
It is. Moxley has accepted the rematch. We're going to get it one more time, ladies and gentlemen.